if I say yum install,
can you maximize the screen?
Yeah. If I say yum install MariaDB and I'm not using -y, so it will ask me, is this okay? Yes. Okay.
Why?
If why now I can see the MariaDB package is 5.5.68. Do I need this version or I need a custom version? So it will ask you, or I can say no, I don't want this version, and then it will quit automatically and the package will install. Right? So if you right now, I recommend don't use the minus switch and read whatever you are installing. Or yum install nginx. Yep, it says it has no nginx in its repository. What's a repository? Yum goes to some repository. Repositories, or what is a repository? This is repository. This is a repository. It's placed in etc yum.reposd.folder. This is repository. This is repository. Let's say I can open one of the repository, and the base URL is this. I mean, it hits the repository and goes to some CentOS mirror site and search for the packages I want to install. If that repository has the older version of packages, you will get the older version of the packages. So yum do the dependency, yum resolve the dependencies, and it installs them automatically. In Solaris, there was no concept of yum. In FreeBSD, there is a concept of ports, but everything is like they are all repositories. It's the access mechanism is different. That's it. So let's say, sorry. I don't know why I came into repositories. So yes, I was telling you -y switch. So repositories, we install everything from repositories in Linux. And the okay, let's say I don't have internet access, or my company do not allow me to go to internet, and I want some package. So they give you the offline bundles. Like I have a CD-ROM, and I can put the CD inside, and I can make make a local repo, local repository in my this machine. Let's do it because it's the topic of today also. So what I did was, as a refresher, I created a folder backup. I will move everything starting from with the keyword Centos - to the folder backup. I just have one file left, local repo. I created a file, touch local.repo, and then open this file, and I typed the name, like the name of the repo. I mean, I created local repo created by Zishan. I mean, you can write anything. Base URL is where to search for the files. Enabled is equal to 1, GPG check is equal to 1, which means GPG check is the security check that this software which I am installing is not changed, and it's the same package which was in the CD. It's based off actually it checks the hashing of a file. What is hashing? You can Google it, or I can tell you it's an algorithm. If there is a file, no matter what, if it is 1 byte, 1 gigabyte, 1 terabyte, when you generate a hash, the hash will be very small, like few characters. I don't remember the exact number of characters, but few characters. And if you change a single dot in that whole file, the hash will be different. But if you do not change the file and run that algorithm again and again and again, the hash will be the same. So that's how we see that anything is changed in the package or not. Anyway, we can discuss hashing in more detail later, but now we are saying that yes, the mount point should be MNT, and I need to attach CD with this. So I have CD available. Okay. Mount dev. This is your CD-ROM, SR0. You can check it in your laptop. And I am mounting it on mount. So it is saying dev SR0 is write protected because it is a CD. Mounting read only, because when you mount a CD, you don't write back to a CD, you only read from it, correct? So when I go into MNT ls C, and that's the RPM JPG key. This is the key that came with the CD. Okay. Repo data. Dot. Live OS. These are the folders. CD, images. So we can see we have, and we cannot remove anything. Like I want to delete something, this RM. Yes, it's a read-only file system. Everybody clear right now? Hello?
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
Sorry, Mohsin, your voice is.
Yeah, I have changed the headphones, so I need to bring it from my room.
What were you saying?
Yeah, you try to delete it, but it's not deleted. Why like that?
Because I told you before, the CD is read-only system.
Oh,
In the older days, I don't know, you have used CDs or DVDs?
yeah, we did use that.
You did use that. So in a CD, when you enter a CD in your CD-ROM, you cannot delete anything from your CD until and unless your CD is rewritable.
Yeah.
So I have, as you can see, attached a CD in this OS from here in my CD-ROM.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Yes, you see that? So I attached a CD-ROM. Then I mounted that CD. I mounted that CD because I need to read that CD. So I need to mount it somewhere. So as I told my repository file that I am going to mount it on /mnt. So it will start reading from that mnt directory. Correct? Now I can see yum repo list. I only have one local repo, and that local repo is created by Zishan. I told you a minute ago. You can rename it. Now I can say yum install, let's say bind -utils. Okay. It has no package bind -utils. Network net-tools. It's already installed and is to the latest version. Anything else? Apache? No. MariaDB? No. MySQLD? No. MariaDB? Yes. You can install MariaDB, right? From your local repository. That's how you mount a, but it is rarely used. It is only used when you don't have internet access. You don't have, your PC is on the LAN. Okay, what's a LAN? What's a LAN?
Wireless network?
No. Give me a minute. I'll go on to this. I can stop the share. I can pause it here. Okay, if I pause the share, can you see the screen? No, you cannot see the screen. I have to stop the sharing. I have to stop the sharing.
LAN is in routers, right?
Okay.
Pin to the screen.
Yeah, it's already there.
Manju, be on mute.
I can mute it. Okay. So there is a LAN. It's again a networking concept.
It's LWAN, no?
LAN.
Okay.
Local area network. Then there is a WAN. Wide area network. what's a LAN? Because the network guys, they assume everybody knows LAN. I mean, they can be very sarcastic if you don't know what's a LAN, because they know that they believe everybody in the world knows what's a LAN. It's the basic of networking. LAN is local area network. Like in your office, you must be connected to some switch which has ports. And let's assume this is your PC. This is another laptop. This is another laptop. This is another laptop. And you don't have we are going in older days where there were no wireless LANs. Wireless LAN is WLAN, but it is still a LAN. So this PC is connected with this port, this is with this port, this is with this port, and this is with this port. So LAN means, if they say we are in the same LAN, it means that these machines all have 192, let's say 168.1.10 to 100. These IP ranges are in single LAN, local area network, and these all PCs can communicate with each other without using any routing protocol, without going to any router, without any need of NAT, source NAT, or anything. This is called a broadcast domain. I don't want to go very deep. Broadcast domain. Everybody can broadcast to everyone.
One single LAN.
So if you're sitting in your LAN, what I was telling you and why I came here. If you're coming in LAN and you don't have any internet access, and you have a private address, and your network administrators has blocked everything, then you need a package. You can either download it on another PC, and from your PC you can SCP it on your remote machine, your Linux machine, or you can mount the CD-ROM, right? So LAN, broadcast domain, and this broadcast domain is nightmare if there are a lot of broadcast domains, and if you have 1000 computers and they are all not going to your router, and somehow it will choke your network completely. So networking is another domain. Where were we? We were talking about, okay, so now I can go cd etc yum dot repository and go into the backup folder and move everything one step back. I am saying it, move everything one step back. Or I can give the whole path here, but move static, and there should be nothing here in the backup.
Now we cannot see the lab.
Sorry. I forgot to share. Okay, I have to do it again.
Yeah.
Move Centos direct to backup. I did this before while testing our local repo. So now I go into the backup folder and move everything one step back. This means go one directory back. So I moved everything out of backup folder and taken it one step back to its parent directory. I can see there is nothing here in backup, and now I go back, I can see every repository is here. So now if I do yum repo list, so before it was Zishan, now it is base repository, extras repository, and updates, correct? Either you press enter many times so that everything so that your screen is cleared, or you can type clear, so it will clear everything for you. Yum install EPEL-RELEAST. Yes, it was EPL release. So it's another repository, very powerful repository. So now this is our EPEL repository. Correct? So that's how we install. And what's the repository? You go into the repository and it has some base URLs. It is fetching something from Fedora, and that's it. So any question about repositories? What are repositories? They do the installation. I mean, you download everything from repositories. They resolve your dependencies. They whatever we used to do in a complete day in older days, it does it in minutes. So yum is in Ubuntu, you will get apt get. In FreeBSD, you will get ports. So it will be different for every different OS, but you are here to just grab the concepts, right? Okay, there is one more thing. These are the repositories, but somehow something is not available in the repository, and then you have to install the RPM. In Windows, we have files .exes. Everything .exe is installer. In Linux, we install any package with the command RPM. RPM minus IVH and package name. Now I need to have an RPM. Okay, I will download some RPM. What RPM should I? And load RPM.
So you copy paste the link.
Yes, I think I am going on Google to find my RPM. Think this is okay. Come on. Okay, it will not be installed because it requires these dependencies. Correct? These libraries. So first I have to install all these libraries one by one through RPM. And then finally, I will install this package. I will install all these RPMs one by one. Then I will install this nload. Okay. So I am not installing it. I'm just showing you how RPM works. Come on. It is telling me download. No, it's the EPL. Actually, I don't have any RPM available right now. And I don't know, it's not a, where's the download link? Can anyone see the RPM? No, there's no RPM here. I want actually leave it. I will have an RPM tomorrow. I will download some RPM and okay, just give me a minute. Give me a minute. /mnt find mnt minus name static dot RPM. Yes, we have a lot of RPMs here. Good. Pipe grep. Anything like nload should not be here. Anything like Apache APACHE. Yes, we have Apache packages here. So yes, let's say I don't know what PCP, PMDA, whatever this is. So RPM clear RPM minus IVH and the package name. Okay, failed these dependencies, or I can query. I told you yum has made the life a lot easier, because if we were using RPM, it will tell you have to first install all these dependencies and then you can install this package. And even this is very fine. In older days, you install a package, it will not tell you what dependencies are there, and it will give you an error, and you even don't know what the error is. And the error is coming because of you have missed some dependency. So nowadays, it tells you what the dependencies are, and even it resolves everything for you if you're doing it from yum. Then RPM minus QA HTTPD. RPM minus QA. It will query all the packages which are available. So I don't want to go very deep in RPM because we don't use RPM these days. We have yum and online repositories available. But if there is a custom package and you want to install it through RPM, you should know what RPM is. And Hashida was saying, why do we need to know networking? If I know networking, this is my adapter. I can go in edit I can say I don't have DHCP available. I will give manual IP address and then type the IP address. The IP address is 192.168.255.129/24. And my gateway is, let's hope it is 192.168.255.1. And my DNS servers are 8.8.8.8. Okay. This is the same IP which was assigned to me by my DHCP. The VMware DHCP server has assigned me the same IP, so I am using the same IP, or I can use any other IP. Okay, I can go back and go into activate connection. I will deactivate and reactivate. But trust me, if I do the deactivation, my shell will be disconnected. Got it? And and I have no way but to go to the console and activate my port again. It will shut down the port. So I will not do it. I will go back. I will say quit, and I will do service network restart, and it will restart my networking, and it will not shut down my port, and it will assign a new IP address. I can do that, but before that, I told you the command netstack -nr. Okay, that's the best practice. I change the IP address and set my gateway to 192.168.255.1, assuming most of the time 1 is the gateway, but the gateway is 2. And I told you guys what is a gateway. Now tell me, what is a gateway? Anybody? Hello? Anyone? What's a gateway? I mean, in general, what's a gateway? Gateway to heaven, gateway to hell, gateway to whatever. So what's a gateway? It's a path. It's a door.
Yeah, it's kind of entry, right? Entrance.
It's kind of entrance. So
yeah,
I can go on screen again, stop share. Why we need gateways? Again, it's a small networking concept. My markers. I told you guys to read ARP protocol. Anybody did some study on ARP?
No, you didn't mention that, I guess. ARC, ARC or A?
No, I said ARP address. I remember resolution protocol. I remember I told you this, what's ARP, or I gave you an assignment. I don't know, I remember that very clear. Anyways, so we have IP addresses. And it's going to somewhere, now don't research it right now. So whenever, and there is an IP of a gateway. Maybe 192.168.1.1. What ARP does is, if this is one PC and this is another PC, someone on this computer pinged this machine. These machines have MAC addresses. What's a MAC address? Anybody has any idea?
ff.ff.
No, what's a MAC address? I am not asking the MAC address. I'm asking what is a MAC address? Actually, it's a machine address, and it is unique. It is unique. Okay, this has some other MAC address. This one has some other MAC address.
Okay.
And on LAN, LAN means one broadcast domain. Why it's called one broadcast domain? It's called one broadcast domain because this PC. Okay, I'm going into too much detail here. I want to go deep, but you have any idea about the binary and or operations? or not?
Yes. Yeah, and or that, right? Logical
So
operation you're talking about.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
anything. Okay, there is a number 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. No, sorry. There is a number 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. If I do AND operation, if I perform AND operation, what will happen? 1, 0.
1.
1.
Come on, 1, 0 AND operation. I'm not saying OR operation. 1, 0. What's the result
0.
of AND?
Oh, and
0.
okay, 0. 0.
1, 1.
1.
1, 0.
0.
0.
0. Okay.
1.
Just write down, yeah, same like the numbers in the line.
0, 0, 1. So what's this number? It's exactly the same number. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I will broadcast on every port. These all IPs are connected to some port that who has this MAC address. It will perform AND with this IP address. And I will send my MAC address with that request. So this piece, every PC will receive this broadcast, and it will AND it, and it will have, everybody will say, yes, I have the MAC address, because it is doing the AND with all ones. Yes, this is my MAC address. Then it will go and search the IP address. Okay, no, this is not my IP address, so I will not respond. So only this PC will respond to this guy. And in that response, it will send its MAC address, and the communication happens between MAC addresses, not through IP addresses. So in this broadcast domain on LAN, the communication happens between your machine's hardware addresses or MAC addresses. Okay, then your PC says, I want to talk to A.A.A.8. Fine. The subnet is 192.168.1.x. Now, this is in same broadcast domain? No. The subnet has changed. The IP has changed. So now it will go for the gateway. This is your gateway, and it will send the traffic to the gateway, and gateway will send the traffic towards your router. Your router will send the traffic to your ISP's router. The ISP router will send the traffic globally, and you can reach there. So if anything not part of the same subnet, it will always go towards the gateway. So if I don't know the gateway, or if I have if I can, now I need to do that again, because tomorrow when we will starting a class, I will be troubleshooting what has happened. So the gateway is 2, and it is automatically assigned, and your network administrator will tell you what your gateway is. Now if I do the service network restart,
Your screen.
oh come on, share my screen. Yes. Okay, if I now what I did was I went to NMTUI again. I edited my connection and changed the gateway to 2, because from my command, I mean, it's too good to know the basics of networking. So now I can do service network restart. So it has restarted my networking. If anything I had done wrong, this will not come back online, and I will be disconnected, and then I need to tell my boss, okay, I have did some misconfiguration in my network, and now I'm not able to connect. So he will go to console, and with the root user or whatever user, he will log into the console and fix whatever was broken. So if config slash, okay, if config minus a, sorry. So if config minus a will tell you your IP address and your subnet mask and your broadcast ID. Whenever the system is doing broadcast, it is broadcasting to everyone. So with this ID and with this ID, I told you this will determine your network. Every network has a network ID and a broadcast ID. And this net mask will tell you what is your network ID and broadcast ID. Anybody remember that? Or you are forgetting everything? Come on, Harshada Mohsin, at least you are
You're
responsible.
asking about the network ID?
Yes, I'm asking about network ID and broadcast ID. Before configuring anything, first check your network ID. It is your subnet mask. Okay, and to check
Yes.
check the gateway netstat. I mean netstat minus nr works on every machine I have, and it will tell you the destination 000 means anything other than 192.168.255, because 255 is my own subnet.
Yeah.
Anything other than this 000 means anything other than this will go to the gateway, and it is universal, and the interface will be ENS33. Okay, and this is my directly connected what can I say, this is my directly connected network. So yes, I have the hardware address of this machine also. So address resolution protocol, it stores the, okay, I can do one more test. Ping 192.168. I hope the other machine is live. 255.130. It's live now. Let's see ARC. Can you see the difference? No, you cannot see the difference. Same, right?
Yep. This one.
Same. Correct. Come on, Mohsin.
It has host.
Oh, come on, Mohsin. There are two MAC addresses.
No,
that's
the
same.
three.
Yeah.
Three MAC addresses, because I am connected to the host.com. It's
Host.com.
It's the host of host. It did the address resolution protocol. It did whatever I told you. It has the MAC address of that machine, and now it is communicating, and it stores that in its cache. So this is MAC address. This is, besides Linux, we are learning somewhat very little things about networking. So this ARP, this broadcast domain, this is all networking stuff. So, there is another command, top. It will tell you which processes you have used task manager in Windows. Anytime to see if some process is not responding, if to close some process or not. Anybody has used task manager? Yeah, this I am talking about this thing.
Task manager, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's a task manager of my Windows machine. If I want to close my Firefox, I can close it from here.
Right.
So I have Dropbox running. I can close it, right click, and task.
And task.
So this is the task manager of Linux. Top. It says one user, load average 0.02, memory utilization, KIB, swap available, how much RAM is free. Oh, sorry, this is total memory, this is total swap, this is used, this is free, and what processes are okay, what processes are using how much CPU, how much percentage in memory, what is their process IDs. The most important thing is what is their process ID. Every process in Linux or Windows, they run with a process ID. So these are the process IDs of some processes, whatever they are doing, these are the processes.
This is kind of task manager, right?
Yes,
if you want to see.
Yeah, it's a task manager of Linux.
Linux, okay.
So if your CPU is very high, like I am doing something with the top, so top is like taking 33% of the CPU when I was pressing enter again and again and again. So if some process is, let's say, consuming too much resources, and your PC is almost not doing anything, so you can do is you can kill that process with the process ID. I mean, I don't want to kill anything, or I can kill anything because the class is about to over. So what should I kill? I can kill anything. Let's say I kill 1654. 1654 is the process ID. 1654. Kill 1654. Let's see if it allows me to kill it. No, it has killed it. If it's not, -9 means you can force it. You can force the process. I don't know what that process was doing, but I have now if I want to kill it again, kill 16, no such process because it's already killed. And this top again tell you the load average. This load average is not like in Windows. This load average is the combination of lot of parameters, like how the hard disk is responding, how the CPU is responding, how your memory is going. So if this load average goes above 3, your machine starts slowing down, and if it goes to maybe 10 or 15, your services will be badly affected. So this stop command, I mean, it's the common command in all Linux distributions, and there is a shorter version of it, W. W will tell you the, it will not give you more details, but it will tell you. And there is one more command I remember last. This is very important command. If you are troubleshooting that, who has logged into your computer? So last 5 more. So even I am taking the access every day. So the session is 19 minutes, 19 minutes, 19 minutes. So that's how you see who has last logged in your machine, and it tells you the IP address also. PTS means terminal. If I am going through the console, I am telling the random commands right now because the class is over. So I thought I should tell you some generic commands. Okay, there is a very important thing I forgot to tell you. There is a more etc cron tab. What's a cron? What's a cron? Anybody has used Windows Scheduler?
No.
No. Yeah.
So you can see the statics, these statics, right?
Mhm.
It tells you, if let's say I want to say that I want to run something every Monday, or I want to run a backup script. I want to run it every night. Okay. So I will tell the minute value should be 0 to 59. I think I should vi etc cron tab. So let's say I have a script. I want to say that my backup should run on 30 minutes. The second option is 11 hours.
Day of the month.
Day of the month. I want to say every day, static. Every day. Every month, static. Every month. Static. These are 5 statics, and the 5 day of a week. I am saying every day of a week, or you can specify 0 to 6, correct?
Mhm.
Then my script file, my backup script file may be placed at root. Let's say script.sh. And if I want that only root can run it, I can specify root in front of it. And of course, if there is no file, such file like that, and then I will do service cron the restart. Okay, so that's how you put schedules to your Linux machine. And if you press hash in front of it, it is commented out. Okay, comment out means it will not work. So let's say if I want to that this should run on every Monday, I will type Monday. And if you want to say it every 5 minutes, oh sorry, then insert static by 5. It will run every hour. Escape. I want to run this script every 5 minutes. Or I can say it can run every hour on the 5th minute, 20th minute, and maybe 45th minute. You can do like this also. You can tell minutes, you can tell hours, you can tell days, months, and whatever. So that's how you I mean, this is a cron job. We called it a cron job. That's how you do your scheduling in Linux. Oh, come on. Sorry, I have not typed escape. So these are the cron jobs. And D message. Okay, this is This is your whole system log running.